All right, my friends. Um, Welcome to a series called Read Some Philosophy. And I always get a lot of questions on here, people talking to me, especially on LinkedIn, asking me, hey, what should I read? Right? I have some time over the summer. And so here I am. I'm usually hanging out. This is my neighborhood Starbucks, so I walk across the street, do some reading, some studying, get to students, that kind of thing. So welcome to this series. So the first one I'm going to give you here is I want us to get away from reading summaries and all that kind of stuff. Like, I want you all to actually enjoy reading some philosophy. And so I've posted down below. The first one's going to be a selection from Plato's Apology. Little context. I'm going to keep these things brief, and then I want you to read some philosophy. So this is this happens in 399 BC. It's called Plato's Apology, but keep in mind this is meant to be historical in nature. So Plato was a student of Socrates. Socrates is on trial, particularly for a couple things. One is either disparaging the gods or some kind of atheism, and the other thing is corrupting the youth. Right, and so as you're reading the longer work, so I'll post the longer one and then I'll have a selection there. You find out this jurist called Miletus seems to really be just kind of making stuff up. It seems like Socrates is a little bit older. He's 72. He's been doing this for a while, and it seems like he's just got on the bad side of some people, right? Particularly with his method, the Socratic method. Okay. And so the first one is this dialogue with Miletus, which I'm going to put down there, where you see Socratic discussion in action. Now, I'm not going to wax on about Socratic method, the question and answer, and all that kind of stuff. Just watch what he does. Miletus is charging him with corrupting the youth, so he goes after him for, okay, great, so then maybe you know a lot about education. So just see where the discussion goes. You find out pretty quick Miletus hasn't really thought much about education at all, and even the answers he gives shows a tremendous amount of ignorance as to how people are educated. The other part of the discussion is this last selection I have on here, where Socrates he says the unexamined life is not worth living. So he kind of throws this out, and it seems like the assembly takes it as a jab at them, because then they vote to put him to death. I would like to keep two things in mind. One is that they vote to put him to death, but it's a very close margin. By all accounts, it's something like 252 guilty, 248 innocent, but it was majority rule, so it was still okay. But it was close. There was an agreement on whether or not Socrates should be handled this way, but he got on the wrong side of people. But that statement they take as a direct jab against them. And so I want you to ponder, why would they, or even us, be so uncomfortable with his claim that the unexamined life is not worth living? Clearly he thinks life is worth living if you read the whole thing. So what does he mean by that? We could rule out what he doesn't mean. We could do what he does mean. And of course, once you've done reading that, you have actually read philosophy. Instead of a summary, instead of ChatGPT, instead of what someone else thinks about it, you have successfully read some philosophy. So go ahead and respond, below once you've actually read some philosophy. I hope to just keep posting a few more on here, get you all reading some philosophy. And of course, if you have any other suggestions, just let me know. I do this all the time. I love doing it. I'm mainly with students at the university, but I want us all to read some philosophy. It makes us better. Okay. Anyways, awesome. I'll see you on here, and enjoy the reading.